All right, all right, all right. Let's do it like the football coaches. Let's do it like the football coaches. Coach Prime got me motivated, got me ready to run through a brick wall, got me ready for another edition of This Is Recorded podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded podcast. So glad you made it. So happy you watching. So happy you listening. So happy you sharing. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. You take the time out of your day. You take the time out of your life. You take the time out for me. It means a lot. This thing is really hard. It's really hard to keep going. It's really hard to keep making content. But it makes it that much easier when people like you guys watch, when people like you guys share, and when people like you guys tell me it does something for your life. I can't thank you enough. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for This Is Recorded podcast. Got the hoodie, man. Got the hoodie. Let me see if I can get it in there. I got to get the hoodie very comfortable, very soft. I like to test my stuff out before I put it in the market. But should be coming soon. It's time, man. I procrastinate a lot. That's one of the flaws of mine. But it's coming. It's coming real soon. Like I said, shout out to Coach Prime. First of all, let me tell y'all, my fantasy did not go well. Let me tell you, if y'all been watching football, I had Joe Burrow last week, 3 points. I had Saquon Barkley, maybe 8 points. And I had Bills defense. They end up losing. It just didn't go well for me. But we'll see. I don't want to say nothing because anytime I trash talk, it goes terribly wrong for me. So I'm not going to do that. But like I said, Coach Prime Deion, this is a Coach Prime, man. I'm naming this one Primetime because I really appreciate and I really went through the motions with Coach Prime, and I'm very thankful for where he's at. I love what he's doing with his family. I see his whole family commercials. I see his son working with him on his production team, showing you his interviews and content and getting that out. His son is a quarterback, Heisman candidate. He got another son that plays on the defensive side of the ball. His daughters do stuff. He got all his kids involved. But, you know, on here, this is recorded. We got to keep it real. In the beginning, I did feel a little kind of way about when he left the HBCU, but through time, and that's why you be quiet and you don't say anything until you get all the facts. In the beginning, they said a long time ago, he said, given the opportunity, I would like to go to a bigger school. It also came out, I don't think he said it, but it seemed like the school, it's not a direct quote, the school that he was at, Jackson State, might have been doing some weird stuff with his money because he didn't really need it. He was just trying to build up the program. He said he'd get the money from other places. And then he left. But for me, what it was is that it kind of felt like, I don't know, he was talking a lot about HBCUs and feeling like never going to leave and stuff. It felt like that. So it got a lot of people excited. It brought a little light. So it kind of felt like he came in there, got it, gutted it, and took it out. But when I realized that he talked about giving the opportunity, he said, you never know, as far as like going to another school, doing different things. And also, you know, this is business. You know, unfortunately, sometimes it's business in the HBCUs. And if you want to be the best in Primetime, if you know him, he played baseball for 9 seasons. He played football forever. He won championships in the NFL. I'm not sure about baseball, but he's done a lot of stuff. But he's always been the top and the highest level. And what he's doing right now in Colorado and really taking it up. He's playing a game tonight. I wish him well in that game. Coach was talking, you know, kind of talking that racist talk. I don't want to sport y'all out. Y'all not about that. But kind of, you know, certain white people use certain trigger words and try to get people riled up because they know Deion talks trash to the interviewers, you know, because he reads what they say about him and his program and he holds them accountable, you know. And a coach from another team was saying something about like, hey, you need to take your glasses off. You know, my mama taught me this and that. And it just feels racial. And it feels like bullshit, and I hope that Colorado smashes this team by 1,000,000 points tonight. But the appreciation comes from Deion, from number one, what he's doing with his kids and raising his kids up, be beautiful black kings and queens, what he's doing with his programs and motivating these people, the way he talks. I don't really think he curses like that. He kind of never been in trouble. He with the law, he don't really drink or smoke, nothing. He just talks and he carries himself with confidence. And in this life, you need confidence. You need the utmost confidence in yourself to do anything in this life. And I really appreciate the confidence that he has. I appreciate the confidence he instills in his players. And I appreciate the confidence he just pursues in his everyday life. I know he had some health issues. He had to get some toes amputated. But I've just been down a Deion rabbit hole, and I'm truly and honestly so thankful that he's doing well. I wish him well. When he loses, possibly if he loses, I wish him well on the bounce back. But we don't even want to get that out there. We just want to stay focused because we know they're praying for his downfall. But it feels good that to have all these black people invested in Colorado football, it just shows that this brother can really move mountains. And it's really about the way he moves, his aura, his swag, and how he does it. And that's what you need in life. That's what I need in life. I need that aura about me. Reg, you can do anything. Reg, you the shit. Reg, you the man. You can do it. You just got to stay consistent. You got to stay motivated. And you, most of all, have to believe in yourself. I got a Deion quote. He's a great follow on Twitter if you have him. Where's the quote at? Of course, it's going to move around while I'm doing it, but I'm going to find it for y'all because this is recorded. We do everything real ghetto around here. Y'all know how we get down, but your expectations should coincide with your work ethic. You can't expect anything that you're not willing to sacrifice and work for. Oftentimes, expectations ain't reality, but if you want to achieve, you've got to believe it's possible. If you watch him, you watch different things he does. He have a series on Amazon right now about when he was in Jackson State. He has this way about motivating you, just motivating you. And basically what he's saying right there is just believe. Believe in yourself, believe in you do it, but you got to put in the work. And I think that's my problem sometimes. Like, I have these great gifts, I have these great things, but I don't believe. And who wants to watch this podcast if I don't want to watch it? Who wants to listen to this podcast if I don't want to listen to it? I make sure I listen. Sometimes I'll get discouraged, like, oh man, ain't nobody gonna be watching it live when it drop at 7, stuff like that. I get discouraged, but I have to watch it. I have to pay attention to it. I have to believe in it. I have to be like, truly invested in myself, invested in my work ethic, work hard, keep on grinding out, keep on making it. Like my brother Nas, man. Can we shout out to Nas, Escobar, Nasir Jones? Nas just dropped Magic 3. It's a series of albums that he's been putting out. This is number 3. I like the first one really a lot, but this third one is really amazing. Listen to it, Nas Magic 3. If you can, YouTube, if you listen to it on Shuffle, on Spotify, or if you have a streaming service, I listen to it, man. He speaks wisdom, and he's an older guy that been in the game for a long time. Would like leave the game, get in the game, but he truly loves hip hop. That's why he didn't used to put out like he used to. He really loves the art form. He had an album that was called Nigger before, but it was too controversial. So he like just changed it to Untitled, and he had an N on his back, like his logo, but with whips. And it was just like, he had a Hip Hop Is Dead album. He just really cares about this art form. And he cares about his work ethic. And that's what it is when you live long enough and you've been doing something long enough that you love, you end up finding a groove. And he's just been an amazing groove. He put out 6 albums, I think, in the past 2 to 3 years. When this guy would take time and time, but he hooked up with a brother, Hit Boy. Shout out Hit Boy. Hit Boy is a producer that makes some beats like Niggas in Paris and stuff like that for Kanye and Jay-Z. Worked on a lot of stuff, but Hit Boy is a person that also lost a lot in this industry, which of music and in this game. And he ended up gaining stuff back when he started speaking out about how dirty this game is. And he said that, and when he had a kid, it changed his mind and changed his outlook. And he just was like, I'm going to say what I want, and then I'm going to just work hard. And him and Nas, when they linked up, it's just been beautiful. I also want to shout out the good brother Hit Boy for what he does with his dad. His dad was locked up, and his dad got out, and he keeps his dad by his side because he probably, number one, because he loves him. Number two, he don't want his dad to get involved with no mess. He's introducing his dad to Puffy and Nas, people probably in his dad's age brackets that he grew up on, and he's just showing them the finer things in life. And his dad raps with him, and it sounds pretty good. They have an album out, and it's just amazing, though. It's amazing to see Nas loving this hip-hop form and treating it so well. For me, I grew up, I'm a Brooklyn boy, born in Brooklyn. I always was riding with Jay-Z Jay-Z's been my favorite rapper, everything. But as I got older and started understanding life and really listening to the lyrics and breaking things down, Nas always talked about empowering. You know, he had the song, I Know I Can Be What I Want to Be. He had different songs. One of the songs that related to me when I was younger, one of my favorite songs was Life's a Bitch, you know. But, I mean, even though the good brother, AZ, really went on there and smoked that thing, visualizing the realism for life and actuality. Status. Person status depends on salary, but my mentality is money orientated. I mean, that's a whole nother story. We got to talk about that. I have to launch a whole hip hop podcast, but I just love that. I love Life's a Bitch because it's just like, you know, man, I don't know when I'm gonna go, so I'm gonna just smoke, chill, and just live this life, man. And when you're young, you wild, you kind of thinking like, man, I feel that way. Or, you know, I feel like down in life, so I'm just like, you know, I'm going to live because you never know when you're going to go. I also love that song when I found out his dad is playing the trumpet. At the end, it's Nas, AZ, and his father, Nas' father, Oludara. It's an amazing song, but hip-hop is just like, it's beautiful seeing the different hip-hop 50 celebrations and just how long hip-hop has been around. And it's a testament to black people. It's a testament to the Latino people that came in. But for the black culture of just taking nothing and turning it into something, becoming the biggest art form. My family, my New York family, I know you got to see hip-hop really from its infancy, from like the parks and the park jams and seeing these different artists when there wasn't no big record deals. It wasn't really on the radio, stuff like that, and it just broke out, and then it goes to the West Coast, and you got the NWA movement, and just hip-hop just means so much to me because it kind of raises you, you know, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you wear your clothes, everything is hip-hop, and it's just beautiful, and it just tells these ghetto stories or these real-life stories and tales, and just to see how it evolved in 50 years later. Shout out to Kool Herc. Blessings to you for inventing this beautiful thing that we love. And hip-hop is transformed into so many things that we love and understand. And I don't care who you are in life, you know some type of hip-hop song. I watch it. You know, I love to give y'all a documentary, Showtime. Biz Markie has a great documentary about Biz Markie. I learned so much about him. One thing about him, he lived a hard life, but he just always wanted to make people smile. He was a collector, like got toys and stuff. He liked to collect stuff, but he always liked to live his life. He always liked to make people smile. And hip-hop and music in general, but hip-hop could just make you feel something. It could make you happy. It could make you sad. It could make you think. And I like that. I like hip-hop, and I'm very appreciative of it because it gives you little, like, hints and clues of what does this mean, and this metaphor means that, and did you catch this bar, and you just bounce things off of each other. And hip-hop is just beautiful. But what's beautiful is seeing a brother like Nas, happy belated, even though I hate the belated. His birthday was September 14th, and he dropped his album the next day at 50, man. So blessings to this brother, and blessings to all of us that make it to these older ages. Because, you know, like I said all the time, some of us probably didn't see this coming for us. Some of us probably didn't know we was going to make it this long. You know, you love seeing the new you. Each year you should be looking forward to the new you, the better you. Each year you should be looking forward to the better you. You should be looking forward for how can I improve on what I am? How can I improve my health? How can I improve my mentality? How can I improve my finances? How can I improve my way of living? Really, how can I improve my relationships and the way I speak with people and to people? How can I improve on the things that bother me and the people that bother me and the things I want to change? That's what this life is about, growth. You know, things you couldn't say, things you didn't want to do. You have that now. You have that idea of like who you want to be, where you want to be, where you want to go. And as you get older, you realize some things you wanted you really didn't want and wasn't for you. And some things you really want, you learn that you got to work hard toward them. And when you get it, you just really amazed and you're really thankful. Man, to sit in this room, like I told you, I grew up, I never really had a room by myself, but probably like twice in my life, and it was probably for a year each time. You know, it's just amazing to have my own room. This is my first official for more than 1 year, my own room. It's just amazing, and that's what, like, the never growing up thing come because you get to do things and put things in your room that you never had. That's why people get older. And I hate to grow up, man. Do whatever makes you happy. Get all your toys. I got Mario's, I got PlayStation, I got DVDs, I got some books, I got sports stuff, I got everything, man. It's a blessing. But one thing I didn't always have was confidence, man. And I still struggle sometimes. Like I said before, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do the podcast. Ain't too many people listening, man. But I love it. And then I have to get my confidence up. And I have my confidence up. I feel great. I have some new content that maybe I might be in, maybe I might not be in, that I want to give y'all a heads up soon. I have some beautiful blessings in my life that's going on. I'm just thankful for the friends, the families, the people that care, the people that share in my blessings and in my peace. I'm very thankful for that. And I'm just getting my confidence up. I'm in the gym. I'm in my training session. I'm in my first couple weeks of really getting my confidence up to do something amazing in this world, bring beautiful gifts into this world, bring beautiful, like everything into this world to the people. I'm truly getting my confidence up in me. And I want you guys to get the confidence up in you. I want you guys to have, what they said in the Bible, faith of a mustard seed. But for me, blind faith. I want you guys to see the end of that tunnel, which is your goal. When it's dark, it's sweaty, it's wet, you feel stuff crawling on you, you feel down, you feel out, but you keep pushing towards that goal. No matter what, no matter who gets in your way, no matter what gets in your head, no matter how you feel about yourself, you keep pushing, you keep going. You never give up on yourself. You never give up on yourself because you know you're great. You just have a hard time seeing it. But you don't have to see it. That's why we call it blind faith. Come on now. You don't have to see it. That's why we call it blind faith. Believe in yourself. It's a lot of people that will want to be you, believe it or not. Stop trying to be somebody else and be you. Be you, no matter who that is, nerdy, cool, crazy, whatever. Fuck what family got to think. Fuck what friends got to think. If your spouse ain't on the same page, fuck what they got to think. You have to be you. Now, being you may come with some hurdles and stuff, but if you truly want to be you, you have to be you in this life. You have to be you. But you have to have that confidence. You have to have that blind faith. I'm about to do some wild shit that I don't know if it's going to work out, but I have that blind faith. I'm about to really just work towards a goal of photography, videography, something. I don't know how I'm going to get some money, but I have to have faith. I'm going to love somebody unconditionally and hope that they can see the love that I have for them. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to live a life that I always wanted but never knew I could have. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to have blind faith. You have to understand in this life, right? Your thoughts, the thing on top of your head. I always talk about this. The thing on top of your head. You only been dealing with it your whole life. When you was in the womb, when your mother held you in the womb, right? Your brain was forming. Your brain was developing. Your thoughts may have become their thoughts. Your thoughts when you're younger and growing up may be their thoughts. But as you get older, you have to understand your thoughts. You have to understand you. You have to understand that when your mind is constantly telling you, nah, it's not going to happen. I'm talking to me, but I'm talking to you. When your mind is, that ain't going to happen for you, bro. Nah, man, this going to happen, that's going to happen. A lot of stuff, I think it was the Will Smith book, it was like a 1% chance that all these crazy things you think in your head. But we do this every day. We make ourselves believe these crazy things is going to happen. These crazy things is not for us. We make ourselves believe these things. Stop that. When I was in therapy, my therapist said, when you have these bad thoughts, just literally say stop, whether it's in your head or whether it's out loud or whatever you have to do, because your head can be your own worst enemy. They know you better than you know yourself because they are you. You have to control those thoughts. You have to bottle them thoughts up. You have to laugh at them. You have to say, I'm going to win. It's my time. You have to create a mantra for yourself. You have to create meditation for yourself. You have to create a peace that surrounds you that nobody can break. A lot of people are looking at you to win. A lot of people are looking for you for their motivation. A lot of people are looking at you to be their everything. You may not know it, they may not say it, but you are motivation for somebody. Somebody's watching quietly. Somebody's thinking you're Superwoman. Somebody's thinking you're Superman. But you don't even think you're Clark Kent. For a lot of people, you think nothing of yourself. You think it's not going to happen for me. You think that I'm not good enough. Nah, that's not great. Greatness don't come to me. It does come to you. But you have to be confident. You have to say, fuck all that. I'm me. I'm me no matter what. I'm great. I'm me. Love Muhammad Ali. Love Coach Prime. Love that Nas is in his groove because they got confidence. Where's your confidence? Did your confidence leave when somebody told you something about yourself? Did your confidence leave when you failed one time? Did your confidence leave because you don't have the money that people have? Did your confidence leave because you don't look the way other people look? Or is your confidence level all down because you haven't built it up in your head? Build that muscle of confidence up in your mind, in your body, in your soul. Build it. Build it, build it. Work at it. It don't come overnight. But when you have that blind faith, when you have that confidence, you have everything. You truly have everything. Let me get a quote for y'all. You know I love these new quotes. I'm also working on my reading. Let me see. Hopefully this good one stay up. Give yourself some credit for the days you made it when you thought you couldn't. This is what I'm talking about right here. Give yourself credit for them days you did not see the light of that end of that tunnel. Give yourself credit when you didn't know where the next meal was coming from. Give yourself credit when you didn't know when the bills was going to be paid. Give yourself credit when you didn't want to go inside that house no more because of the way people will treat you, how you living. Give yourself credit that you graduated. Give yourself credit if you got a GED. Give yourself credit if you don't have neither, but you figured it out for your family. Give yourself credit that you come home, you're a good mother, you're a good father, you're a good sibling, good aunt, good uncle. Give yourself credit because you are the best you right now, working on being the best you in the future. Give yourself credit. Because it's some days, boy, come on now. I'm talking to me, I'm talking to you. It's some days where you feel like, what is life? What is it? What is it for me? Because it ain't going the way I want it to go. It's not moving how fast I want it to move. So what's the point of doing this thing, you know? Don't go there. The point of doing this thing is because people are watching you. Some little people are watching you. Some peers are watching you. But most of all, when you look in the mirror, you're watching you. Do the mirror test. I said it on my Instagram. Do the mirror test. Look at the mirror. See what you like about yourself. See what you don't like. Try to eliminate what you don't like and build up what you do like. Do the mirror test with yourself. Look yourself in the face, in the eyes. Look yourself in the eyes. Tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself to become the best you. Because you owe it to yourself. Don't nobody owe you shit in this world. You owe it to yourself to be the best you. You owe it to yourself to live this life. You owe it to yourself to have fun and enjoy this thing called life. I speak into existence. What can I say? What can I say? I speak into existence that you treat yourself this week. Whether it's just going for a walk, sit and listen to Nas' album or your favorite album, enjoying your favorite snack after a good workout, enjoying a good movie like I want to watch John Wick right now. I speak into existence. You have a you day. This week, take time out for you. On Insecure, they call it Self-Care Sundays. This week, I speak into existence. You have a self-care day. sit and reflect and be thankful for all you've overcame and all greatness you're going to do in this world, put in this world, be in this world. You might see me next couple weeks, you might not. I got some things I'm working on. I'm excited about it, but you got to try, because I'm confident that the ideas I have and the things I want to do are good. I thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody who shares and watches. Motivate yourself. This is all this is recorded is about. Keep yourself motivated, because in this life, unfortunately, sometimes the only person who's going to motivate you is you. Motivate yourself to be the best you, love you, care for you, and nurture the inner child, which is you. I speak it to existence. Self-care. And this is recorded.